Hey y'all, welcome back. I hope y'all are doing well. Before I forget, let me go ahead and show y'all. I do have the cards ordered chronologically by way of element as well as the major arcana. Just wanted to show y'all. All right, I hope y'all are doing well. All right, let's dive in and see what Divine Holy Spirit has for the collective. Spirit, what do you have for the collective? What does the collective need to know and be made aware of? Y'all, I heard the word scarcity before I started. So I had been sitting with the word scarcity, but I was like, you know what? I'm not going to even, rely on, the meditation aspect of it. Let's just go ahead and pull some cards and allow the message to come through as we go through the energy of whatever cards we are shown and given to interpret, all right? Scarcity. Wonder what that means. Thank y'all for your likes, your shares, your comments, your subscription to the channel. If you're not already subscribed, I appreciate you being here. And yeah, I love the support. A little light goes a long way. Just shows me that you're rocking with me, all right? Appreciate you. Let's see. Spirit, what do you have for the collective? What's the collective need to know and be made aware of? All right, I don't know. I'm not even gonna say strange. I'm not even about to play spirit like that. But Orion, like the exterior of a piece of fruit, the rind. So if we're talking about fruits, precious fruits, like the inner part of the fruit, the best part, right? Being protected. Wow. And then tying that to scarcity, y'all. Where are we going? Where are we going with this? I love it already. All right. Here we go. Thank you, Spirit. Let's see. I heard benefit and beneficial. If you can crack the center. Or I heard crack the code and then crack the center. All right, let's see what's going on here. Oh, okay, there we are. Oh, so a group of cards fell out on the floor. And this is exactly how they fell, just like this. So that's what we're going to work with. Y'all, look at the bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. You already know. So this is something that is being granted, something handed, something specifically with your name on it that Holy Spirit Divine is saying, here you go. Just maybe possibly even out of nowhere. But, if you're part of my collective, then I know that you've worked hard to try to achieve all that you can. You possibly don't even look for things to be handed to you. That's why this is specifically something with your name on it, because other than that, you probably would not have accepted it from anyone else. But Holy Spirit is saying, here, this is yours. Take this. This is that Ace of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. So this will be the underlying energy for about what we're about to get into. So yeah, let's see what's happening here. I'm being drawn here to this chunk of cards that are here in the middle of this energy. I'm gonna go ahead and turn these over, and I'm gonna run through these storybook style because they all came out in like a clump. All right, help me, Holy Ghost. So we have this Seven of Cups reversed at the bottom of the deck. Let me get a bird's eye view here of what's happening with this Seven of Cups reversed. So I'm hearing temptation when I look at this card. I heard weathered the storm. So in general, the Seven of Cups would just have to do with someone who has a lot of different emotions tied to these cups. And these cups serve as, these floating selections. Like, which one are you going to choose? Because to me, it would be obvious that someone would have a choice. The only thing is they tied their choices to emotions. So it's like, I don't know which cup to choose. And then you become overwhelmed just based on, how you tie to previous emotions, whether they're good or bad, or maybe they left you confused, or you just don't know. So you're not secure. You're not confident in making a selection. And in the reverse, it's maximized to where it's like now you're totally fully in your head about it. You might be trying to get away from, whatever this is looming around you. So maybe you're looking into different devices to try to, help subside the fact that, you're going to have to address these emotions by way of choosing one of these cups. Maybe it's 7 cups floating around, as the card would say. But there's something here, it's like these cups are, to me, they're not on the ground. Right? They're not stable. It's not to where, you've taken full control of this cup, you've taken it in your possession, and you place it down on the ground. These are floating out there, right? So this definitely has something to do with stability in regards to that temptation energy. I don't feel like you actually successfully succumb to whatever was thrown your way. Because I feel like the 7 cups is all up for interpretation. Now, if you were having a really bad day and then, just things presented themselves as quote unquote vices, something to kind of take you off, track, I feel like you just maybe it loomed around you. Excuse me, but you never let it take possession of you. Let's see where this is going, y'all. Behind the 7 of Cups reverse, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So yes, the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is, independent. She knows how to basically take care of home, take care of herself. She likes to make sure others around her are taken care of. This is the one who doesn't like to be in an energy of not having. They don't like to be in a lack mentality because they don't really know lack. Lack may come, but it's like they never say that that's a part of them. They never claim that kind of energy. This Queen of Pentacles. So I feel this Queen of Pentacles was able to remain on the throne by way of that particular energy, not allowing herself to become, some sort of victim of circumstance, especially with the 7 of Cups energy looming around her. Him or her, doesn't have to be gender-based, just the energy. All right, Queen of Pentacles, where are we going with this? All right, so we have the 8 of Wands in reverse, and automatically I just feel like this means things haven't been working out, like actions that have been going forth. It's like you wanted to possibly have some sort of instant result, but when those results weren't coming, then that possibly was the challenge. It's like, do I dwell in the fact that I'm being denied, hearing no, 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 no? Do I dwell in that? Or do I just keep making actions toward whatever this goal is that this Queen of Pentacles always had? And to me, the Queen of Pentacles has a pentacle on display because she knows that this pretty much is what's going to define her. Whatever that pentacle represents in regards to value, what the Queen of Pentacles values the most, it could be family. It could be whatever. It could be anything here. But it's like a prized possession. This queen is proud of it. But I feel like we'll be able to tell the story that the queen is going to be able to tell very soon with this Ace of Pentacles. How they held out. They resisted temptation. It was all around them. They were down and out a lot of times, but they did not succumb to those circumstances. And I feel like that's what the 8 of Wands reverse here is clarifying. It's slow moving actions here. But the queen never gives up. This is queen energy. Queens don't give up, honey. What's behind this 8 of Wands reverse? We have the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is giving me a natural healer, a natural, what's the word? I'm seeing empath. I'm seeing the word empath. So I'll just go ahead and say this is somebody who has very empathic qualities about them. And if you know like I know, I mean, this is a divine channel here, so you must be divine collective, right? If you know like I know, those of us who do have that divinity, that crown of divinity that we wear, people don't see that. And then we're not the ones to say, don't you see my crown? We don't glorify, any sort of titles here. We don't rely on that. And that's that energy that's been here. There hasn't been any reliance on, don't you know who I am? Because we've been witness to the protection that we have around it. Just the mighty hands of protection keeping us from danger. We have witness to that. But we don't go around glorifying, who we are as a divine being. This Queen of Cups, the reason why I saw empath spirit, why did you show me the word empath with this Queen of Cups? So I heard declaration. So possibly this Queen of Cups is showing up to let you know you can sit rightfully so in that energy of knowing who you are by way of your being. So this is where this is headed. By way of confirmation of challenges that you have been sought through, right? You didn't see your way through. You know that there was someone else. There was divine structure, being, presence that was helping see you through a lot of challenges here. Now, this Queen of Cups energy and spirit showing me the word empath, there's protection that comes along with that title. Now, we wouldn't call it a title. That's just who we are as, just being here in this vessel, this physical body. But it carries so much weight, y'all. Don't you know how rare, if I'm going back to the channeling energy of scarcity, don't you know how rare that is to be an empath? There's so much struggle that comes along with that we are able to now justify and be proud to wear that particular crown. That's all. To be an empath doesn't have to come with an excuse. Oh, I'm an empath. Oh, I get trampled on because I'm an empath. Oh, yeah, I'm just an empath. Like it's a blonde moment or something. Like we have to make an excuse for being blonde. That whole thing that goes along with that. I don't know to call it a sequelity, whatever. But we don't have to make excuses for who we are because, we've not ever been denied that. And then we realize the protection that comes along with that, which is certainly undeniable. We can't really explain it. It just is what it is. But now it's like holding on, going back to that Seven of Cups energy. It's like taking those cups now and taking possession. Like, if that empath energy has just kind of been floating out there around you, like you identify with it, but you use it as an excuse when something weird happens or something happens to you that has like a negative connotation. Okay, so I'm understanding now, I'm hearing from spirit, no longer does it have to be an excuse. This is something that you rightfully stand in now. At this point in this journey, in this time frame, what's going on around us, you stand firmly in that. And while you're at it, go ahead and grab all those other cups and bring those down and make those stable right in front of you. Because I'm feeling Nine of Cups energy coming on here. The Nine of Cups is all about having a display of what is yours. It belongs to you. Your cups are full. And they're behind you on display. They're stable. They're not floating out there in the abyss like the Seven of Cups energy. And the Eight of Cups, even to make a reference, would be what? Walking away from emotions. This isn't that. This is you taking control of those things by way of this empath energy. Understanding that you are a rare fruit. Going back to that rind, the peeling energy of the exterior of a piece of soft fruit. That doesn't mean that you're soft as a person. Like you let people trample all over you. Because I think that's kind of the perception of being an empath, is that you let people walk all over you. That's not supposed to be that way. All right, come on, Queen of Cups. Thank you. All right, y'all. So behind the Queen of Cups, what in the world were all these court cards, y'all? Look, we have the King of Wands. Now, I'm going to take a pause because I need to see the connection. Because possibly this King of Wands could have something to do with this Eight of Wands. Because they're all in the same energy. And I have to consider that. So possibly things being slow movement as far as you making, steps along the journey to make sure you don't succumb to all of the weathered storms that have been sent your way, to make you stronger, right? You've weathered the storms. But this King of Wands energy, I'm feeling like because of that, you've also gained an additional crown. because I'm looking at crowns here. I'm looking at court. I'm looking at royalty here. What that would align with that empath energy. You know, being part of gaining medals, badges of honors, but these are actually crowns that you wear. So I'm thinking crowns, we're talking about something that is obviously recognized. Like if somebody sees a crown, we automatically assume, oh, they're of royalty. You know, it could be the Miss America pageant wears a crown, but they won the pageant out of 50 some odd contestants, however many. They're the ones that were selected to wear the crown. So we're talking about crown royalty energy here, which is rare, you guys, which is rare. So I'm feeling with that empath energy, it's like that humble energy. You know, it's good because it brought you to where you are now, but it's like you can release that now, that humbleness. I'm not saying go out and be a jerk, but at least stand sure-footed in who you are and represent. It's fine. It's okay. Let me see what else is here, because that's that King of Wands energy, y'all. The king is the top tier of the element of the wands. Now, if we're talking about fire energy, then that would be the emperor. But right now, we're talking about court here. These are court cards. So you're showing up as the king of making it happen. All right, what's behind the King of Wands here? Let's see. So we have the Five of Swords. So, you know, automatically I look at the Five of Swords and I think affliction. But, you know, the affliction part of it is that you wisened up to it. You saw it coming. You knew it was going to come. Like you just learned to expect it. And when it does, you deal with it. This is what the Five of Swords is giving me. Like when they approach you with a sword, you end up taking it from them. And you collect swords for a living now, because that's just what you've become accustomed to, because you know they're coming. So you're like, shoot, well, I might as well have fun with this. Let me just start collecting swords here. Right? And you don't use them against them. You're like, give me that. You don't need that. Right? Because you know they're going to try to hurt somebody with it. So here you come. And you're like, I'm putting a stop to this altogether. Give me your sword. Time's up. It's Five of Swords energy I'm getting with all of this majesty, this royalty here, this energy. You know, by the end of this reading, I believe the goal is for you to know who the F you are and stand in that, like completely stand in that. All right, behind this Five of Swords, let's see. The Queen of Wands reverse. So, yep, I'm going back to revisit this King of Wands energy. So there was a slow go of things again with this Eight of Wands. And the King of Wands just meaning like just putting in the ultimate energy when it comes to actions, results, getting things done. But right after this King of Wands was that Five of Swords. Like, give me that. You don't need that. Let me put a stop to this, right? Five of Swords. Behind that is this Queen of Wands reverse. So what's this Queen of Wands energy? In the reverse, a result of, do we have this Queen of Wands reverse to thank? That's my question. Let me just cut through it. Do we have them to thank for where we are now? If we're talking about showing gratitude, like this is the epitome of how to look beyond all the bad stuff, right? The spells, the whatever it is that you knew that this Queen of Wands reverse energy could have been capable of doing to try to stop you, block you, stop your money, stop your progression in life. But there has been an energy that has catapult you to where you are now by way of this Queen of Wands reverse. I don't know who this is. I don't know if it's a male, female, or just some sort of demonic energy that just manifested into people around you, co-workers, family, neighbor, whoever was sent to try to stop you, right? This is you just putting people and things in check with this Five of Swords. The king trumps the queen, obviously, right? There's no partnership here. If this were a partnership, they were drug into this lifetime to basically stop you, period. I don't have any other decorated words to make that appear any other way. I'm hearing righteous. Make it appear righteous. Like, you know, they're validated in some way, because they weren't. But boy, did they give you hell. But you know what this also lets me know is, look, y'all, with all this crown energy, royalty energy, you know, learning how to use adversities that were sent, you know, to try to stop you, you actually just started to collect these swords. All this is giving me right now is that there's some tier that has been reached. There's a level that has been reached. That scarcity energy. Not a lot of people get here, wherever this is. It's at the tippy top. I don't know if it's the tippy top, but it's up there. So this lets me also know that you cannot be touched. You can't be touched. And even if they do try to touch you, you don't feel the effects, because you become immune to this with this Five of Swords. You make it a game now. Not that you're playing darts with anybody, like you're throwing it back or anything. You might be into, you know, the magician energy, and you do what you have to do, you know, to make sure that they pay that debt back, right? Some of y'all don't even have to lift a finger. If you're like me, not only do I not have to lift a finger, but I'll also put a little extra oomph on it if I feel like it. But this is letting me know that whatever it is that has been achieved, it's like now it's almost like you being untouchable. Like nothing can affect you at this level. Let's see what's behind this Queen of Wands reverse. And this has to do with stability. You taking control over these emotions here. Right? Plainly stated, not letting things get to you, because you know there is a bigger picture, a bigger thing here at play that is out of your control, pretty much. When you surrender, you relinquish control. But that's when the magic happens. That's when the beauty happens. Behind this Queen of Wands reverse, we have the Death card. So the Death card reverse just means it's a call for transformation, but it's not being accepted by whoever needs to go through this transformation. And I would say it has to be tied to whoever's in this Queen of Wands reverse energy. They are refusing to change, even though they've seen all the signs. But, you know, look at that resilience that you have, because they're still trying to throw stuff your way, knowing they've been called out of this energy or called to not do what they're doing. Change your ways. But that's why you've become immune, because this person's not going to stop. Obviously, is what it looks like. Death card reverse energy. They're not willing to surrender. Look at this Nine of Pentacles energy. So this means that they're even their prerequisite to them even being divine or of divinity. Just because they're able to do it doesn't mean they should do it, right? This is the Queen of Wands reverse energy. Just because they're able to cast spells or hurt people by way of their energy, whatever they're giving off, if they are spells or it's just them, whatever they're working with, right? Doesn't mean that they have to do it. So the pre-Empress energy in the reverse lets me know that, you know, they could have been someone. And I'm saying could have been because it's a wrap for them. Death card reverse. It's a wrap. They could have been someone great by way of this Nine of Pentacles. But in the reverse, it means that they're losing. And this is even just the prerequisite. Like you can't even pass like the pre-course to the 101. You can't even get to the 101 because you can't even get through the preliminary. That's this Nine of Pentacles reverse. And then behind that is this Five of Pentacles reverse. So for me, the Five of Pentacles means that they're going into a place that they can't come out of. I know that the Five of Pentacles reverse means a release, like them coming out of something or being able to be let back into something, you know, that they felt that they were cast out of. But for me, it means like they're just kind of eternally confined to where it is that they're finding themselves because they refuse this transformation. So they're being confined there. So if it's like they feel like they're being, you know, allowed back in, they're being allowed back into a dark space is what I'm seeing. It's almost as if this couple is able to walk back inside, to where it's nice and warm outside of the element of the snow where it's cold. But then once they cross that threshold, it's completely blacked out. So that means the power cut off, there's no heat, they can't see where they're going, and then the door locks behind them. That's what I'm getting with this Five of Pentacles for this Queen of Wands reverse energy. They are eternally confined to darkness. Now, let me revisit this King of Wands and the Queen of Wands together, because you know these are counterparts. Now, I feel like by this way of these energies, these two energies being counterparts, this King of Wands, you know, remember this was about being of actions, but you had committed to never giving up, right? So you now become the king of that response. This person pretty much was trying to meet you where you were, but they could just not get to the king status. But now they're forever confined to this Queen of Wands reverse energy. Forever confined there now. So they'll never be an elect. They'll never be able to be part of that royal court because they're headed backwards. They're headed into this blacked out building. So it's almost as if they have lost their divinity. I mean, I feel like that's the summary here. Because they had divinity. They were your counterpart. You're divine, right? They also had it too, but they refused to change. So they lost their divinity here. All right, y'all, that was a lot. That was a lot. But that was the backstory here as to why this Ace of Pentacles is out here. And then also it just lets you know too that you have basically become, you know, you've certified your placement as to why you're part of the royal court, why you wear the crown. Now you can confirm why that is, because you passed the test. They did not. Like, you defeated. We don't have to look at it as a race, but definitely they tried to make it a competition, but they had to lose. It wouldn't have been a competition if they weren't trying to compete, right? You didn't even know that they were secretly competing with you, but you have the end results. Like, everything's done, and we announced the winner here by way of this King of Wands, who is also the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups here, energy here. All right, y'all, let's see what else is here. Yes, I'm gonna put these here because this energy actually was on top of this page of Pentacles and the 10. Okay, so boom. Look at the completion. This is completion energy. So that page of Pentacles lets me know that there was some sort of offer that came to you that you refused, you know. So that possibly is what, you know, certified, or I'm seeing that wax stamp, like a stamp, like when you melt the wax and then you put the stamp in there, like that's the official document. Like, it's done. Letters in the mail, checks in the mail, y'all. Look at this. Checks in the mail. Ace of Pentacles. 10 of Wands means they gave up. 10 of Wands energy is like they were almost there, but because of this rejection by way of their offer to you, it sent them backwards. They weren't able to complete the task. That's the 10 of Wands reverse. Now, we're saying who and who this person could be to you, or the situation and all of that kind of good stuff, right? So I'm looking here at this Knight of Wands, and there's a card behind that Knight of Wands, but I'm also seeing this Sun card reverse. This is all in the family, y'all. I'm getting family energy, and we're coming off of that Queen of Wands reverse, the King of Wands. Now we have the Page of Wands. I'm getting like some sort of unit that I'm doing this because it feels like travel, like they go around, go around, go around. So if these are two energies that manifest into people around you by way of you having to be carried through with this wand energy, actions, always doing something, always having to do something, like not being able to stay still, because to stay still that would have possibly brought on an early demise. These people kept you moving. I feel like even in other lifetimes, they kept you moving. So I don't know if I'm talking about one entity or two, but they definitely follow you. They follow you here. They follow you where you go. That Sun card reverse tells me so. There's some sort of, it's like a piece of you. It's like if you don't see the sun, then that's a sign, right? That means there's going to be rain or whatever. But when you do see the sun, it's like all the problems disappear for the most part. For the most part, because it does seem like, you know, when it's dark outside, it's raining or whatever, it seems like it's like a trickle effect of just negative things. But when the sun's out, it makes you forget about a lot of troubles and worries, right? And then not only that, the sun is elemental. It is healing. This sun card reverse lets me know that that's you. That's what they look to you for, whoever these energies, entities are that follow you here. And you could probably name them by now. But there is some sort of, I don't want to make it seem like you owe them something, but they definitely feel owed something. You may not owe them something. And I'm talking about previous lifetime energy to why they keep following you. But there's some sort of commitment here with this Sun card energy. Let me see what's behind this Knight of Wands here. There's the Moon card reverse, y'all. Look at that. So, I mean, I hold on, y'all, because I wasn't expecting to see that, even though I was in, you know, when the sun's not out, but then that would be the moon. But I didn't even venture into the moon energy. But maybe we'll find out why these energies keep following you from lifetime to lifetime, because this connection's strong by way of the Sun card. And then also you arriving at this empath status, this royal energy, the scarcity, the rareness, the fruit, right? There's something here that keeps them trailing, well, basically hitched up to your trailer. How about that? How about that? Hold on, y'all. Let's see. Let me grab some heavy artillery here. Spirit, what is this Moon card reverse with this Page of Wands? I'm sorry, Knight of Wands. So I'm hearing travel. I mean, that would, you know, with the horse, that would definitely confirm travel again. Spirit, why are they traveling? What's the traveling energy here by way of one or more entities to the collective? I heard purpose, y'all, purpose. That's what we're going with, because that's already the energy here. There had to be escalations made to be able to get you through this empathic energy to where now you possibly have recognized that you have gifts, and you possibly have taken on the operating in your gifts. And that would possibly get you out of that crutch of, oh, I'm an empath, because it just feels like empath always has some sort of, I don't know, negative connotation, but that's not how it's supposed to be used. Because I feel like empaths give themselves the short end of the stick as people are able to come and use and abuse and trample on them only because they're an empath. That's not how that's supposed to work, y'all. So the kickoff here with this Knight of Wands and this Moon card reverse energy is that they always get their cover blown. Every time, in every lifetime, they always have their cover blown to where they end up in that Queen of Wands reverse energy. If they can't beat you, then they have to start all over again. But what I'm asking as a reader is why? Why are they always here to manifest into energies that oppose us? Why is that? Maybe we'll never know. But I'm going to ask right now, Spirit, why does the Spirit always show up? Y'all, I'm seeing an egg yolk. I was in the energy of a bad apple. I'm seeing twins, like identical twins, even split. Like, so that would be like the egg yolk reference, the split, balance, the good and the bad, y'all. Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all, there's so many interpretations with that. I'm going to leave that like that. And not to wonder, we have the moon and the sun reversed. Those are two opposites. They both have a job to do, mind you. These are both major arcanas, mind you. But this King of Wands uses both to their advantage when they absolutely can. So I'm feeling like if it means clinging on to you, hitched up to your trailer by way of the Sun card, and then also with the revelation of their cover being blown with the Moon card, because there's always going to be something here. And the Knight of Wands energy, they, it's like, can you trust them? Probably not. Most likely not, right? And if we're talking about stability, even this one's not stable. They're never, they're only around for a good time, then they're gone. Y'all, I mean, this is a collective reading, so I'm going to leave that energy right there. But there's like a splitting here, as if y'all are the same person. One has to be good and one has to be bad. You chose the good, of course. They chose the bad. But that's why that death card is in reverse, because they got to start all over again. So you know what I'm thinking, you guys? If this is a twin energy, okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the whole twin flame energy right now. So if this is twin flame energy, to where they're divine as well as you all are twins. So of course they are, but there has to be balance at all times. So yeah, there's going to be some bitter with some sweet, some dark with some light. You chose. Okay, so how about both of y'all are empaths, right? And you chose to climb your way up the right way, but they chose to take the shortcut, but it landed them in a lot of stuff, right? A lot of stuff that they have to pay for. But how about, here's my question. What if this Knight of Wands who can't get it right, what if that was your position in a previous lifetime and y'all have just switched roles? But then it's because karma happens and you have to pay for that you end up paying for it in this lifetime. You didn't die, right? You're still here to tell the story, but there's definitely a story to where that might make some sense. All right, y'all, that sounds like a whole nother thing here, and I gotta get through these cards, y'all. Interesting, right? If we're talking about mirroring 101, I mean, that stuff has to be paid back. There has to be balance. So if you were the one doing all kind of crazy stuff in the last lifetime and then they paid for it, they might have, started this lifetime, was like, okay, now I'm going to make sure they pay for what they did to me. Oh my God, y'all. What an idea of a possibility we just stumbled upon. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. All right, y'all, let me go. Okay, so, look at this Ace of Swords looking right at me, y'all. Like, you know what? You might be on to something. New ideas, new beginnings, creativity. Like, this is throat chakra energy. Like, speak it out loud. Be proud. Be true in who you are and know it. This is this Ace of Swords, but that's that empath energy I was telling you about. It doesn't have to be a crutch. Stop being like, stop shrinking yourself down. Oh, I'm an empath, so this is why. No, listen, I'm an empath, like, put some umph in it, Anyway, y'all, what's above this Ace of Swords? We have the Five of Cups. Let me see this, y'all. Let me see this. Let me see this. So I feel like with the Five of Cups energy, this is speaking out about, okay, so that's what that is about, putting oomph into it. Stop looking at the empath as you lost out on things. This has brought you to the royal court. You have a collection of crowns now. You have a collection of crowns. You can choose to show them off. You can choose to stay private, but you got them. It's like earning an award. It's like a notch in your belt. It's like a badge of honor. Another one, right? You got it. So why you can't, okay, I don't feel like you're shrinking yourself. Now, I can't be talking to somebody who has all these crowns on display, but you shrink yourself. Like that doesn't match. So I can't be talking to that particular empath. So possibly if this is encouragement for that one to stop shrinking and stand in your truth, Ace of Swords, who you are, and then wait for these benefits, because I picked up beneficial. Wait for those to start pouring in. But as long as you're in that woe is me, I'm an empath, like it's putting some blockages out there. So whoever's already here, like, girl, I got my crowns on display right now. Like, you want to come see them? Like, look, I earned this one because of this, XYZ, and this one over here because, okay, we all need to get to that level, right? To where we can basically be what is the word? We can be accountable for, yeah, it was hard. It was tough. I fell on my butt a few times, but I didn't let that define me. I didn't use excuses, but this is what it is. So, okay, so what we doing now? Like, put a little attitude behind it. Like, you got this. Like, why? Okay, so somebody's doubting some things still, is what I'm understanding with this Five of Cups. But that's not necessary. I think what the connection needed to be made here was in regards to this twin energy. You didn't do anything wrong. You didn't do anything to deserve this, or you don't have to justify, that this person basically tried to deliberately take you out. But that doesn't have to define you as, I would have been this if it weren't for that. Like, that shouldn't even be part of the language here. Yeah, Five of Cups. That shouldn't even be it. There's that gratitude energy I'm picking back up. Being grateful, being honored to even have gone through this process. Because you have the crown. You wear the crown of divinity. But it's like, are you going to be proud of that achievement? Or is it just another day? All right, let me see what else is here, y'all. All right. Okay, so we did mention the Emperor earlier, being like the head of the fire sign by way of Aries energy. And then we have the Wheel card here. Y'all, I love it. I love it. I'm not sure what this is right just yet, but I love this. Heavy is the head that wears the crown is what I'm hearing. And if it weren't for that channeling just now, I probably would not have been able to put that together with effortlessness just now like I did. Heavy is the head that wears a crown. The Emperor's been wearing this crown for a long time. The Emperor didn't just show up yesterday and become the Emperor. They does this. They've been doing this. And this Wheel card is because they've been very fortunate. So if this is you, collective, of knowing that you've been in this role for so long now, not even this lifetime, but many other lifetimes. It's like, it shouldn't be a question in your mind who you're showing up as now when you walk in the room. Or if you walk into any rooms, you might shut yourself off to other people. You don't have your crowns on display. But I feel like with this Emperor energy, it's time. And the Emperor is number 4. We're talking about foundations. Like the Emperor, people will know who you are when you step in the room. Like, I don't know if there's some fear here. But that Wheel of Fortune is headed in the right direction. It's also a good luck omen energy. So if we're talking about showing up as the Emperor, stepping in the room and commanding what it is that you know is yours, And the Emperor, they would have people to do that for them. So I'm thinking you might not have to do too much, collective. You might not have to lift a lot of fingers here. You might have people who will automatically like stand up for you and say, you know, Emperor, you take a seat. You've done plenty. We got this. Is what I'm feeling with this Emperor energy. If we're talking about your people, you know, who are in the physical, in the spiritual realm, and even people here in the physical realm, they're going to receive the directive of stand up and say something. They're going to feel the push, the urge. They could be total strangers to you, but you'll be like, man, that was cool that they, you know, stuck up for me or whatever. Because I'm feeling Emperor energy. You can relax. Wheel of Fortune energy. You can relax. You can finally relax. King of Wands, all those efforts put in, it's done. I want to say you won. It's done. It's in this lifetime. I don't know what's happening in the next lifetime. Okay, you could end up. I mean, I don't know. That twin flame energy is something to really sit down and think about, seriously, especially someone who's been through it, who can see the contradictions and the parallels. Like, wait a minute. Like, what? Who? Okay. All right, y'all. Especially if you're operating in a gift that you can see and hear beyond the physical. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. All right, y'all. We got the last little bit here. So thank you for being here with me, y'all. I could go on, but for the sake of time. All right. So I did mention the Nine of Cups, so I'm glad to see that energy here. I'm glad to see that because that was that, you know, coming out of that Seven of Cups energy, what it felt like for me was getting a grasp and a handle on emotions by way of those cups, to where you're in this energy that saying, I'm good. I'm so good right now. I'm so good. I don't even have to move right now. I'm so, like, people will come and they'll say, look at them. They don't have to do too much of nothing. But little do they know you earned that right to be there. That's that Nine of Cups reverse energy. It's abundance. All right, what's behind the Nine of Cups reverse? Look, the Hierophant, because the Hierophant said so, right? Look at the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Here you go. This is for you. Well done, my good and faithful servant, is that Ace of Pentacles by way of this Hierophant. You're good. Emperor energy, Wheel of Fortune, you're so good. Completely good. Now, let's look at this Knight of Cups reverse. And somebody's not so good, though. They're not so good. So this energy previously had been showing up as someone who is coming disguised as trying to tap back into your energy. That's pretty much point blank. And here they are showing up again because they know this. Look, they know you're good. They know you got the Hierophant shining all over you. They know you're protected. They know you passed or surpassed them and got to a certain level. They know because it's by way of this Sun card reverse and this Moon card reverse. This is that same energy with that Knight of Wands. They know because they're feeling the opposite. So they know if they're feeling the bad, you're feeling the good because they know. They know how this works if they're your twin. They may not even know anything about the twin flame journey, but they have some insight about some things possibly you're not even aware of. But for me, I know from this journey and what I'm seeing on this table with the, you know, the production of this royal court and these crowns and things being over and, you know, this possibly being energy by way of entities just always showing up to try to stop you in many lifetimes, you know. I know that this cup knows. I know that this water sign energy knows. But look, they're in the Nine of Swords reverse, so they really can't take this anymore. Because there's nothing that they can do about it. There's no offer that they can come up with. There's no excuse they can come up with. There's nothing. You turned down their little pinnacle they tried to bring you, but that's what took them out of the race. Which was the race that they created because they made it a competition and it was never a competition. But you didn't know that. You didn't know they were secretly trying to compete with you for some prize. What the prize was is Ace of Pentacles. Somebody was going to get it. It was going to be you all along, but they played dirty. They always played dirty. And maybe you were playing dirty in the last lifetime. So you had to kind of, kick things off this lifetime with some previous energy of drama, right? By way of this twin energy that's following you and inhabiting people around you to try to stop you. But it didn't succeed. It didn't. And they know it here. This Knight of Cups reverse. 9 of Swords reverse. Because God told them so. Hierophant energy here. That God told them, you know what? They're good for the rest of their duration here. So this is God talking to them. I don't know what you're going to do, because I showed up plenty times at your door, but you refused me. You refused me is what this Hierophant energy is telling this Knight of Cups by way of this Knight of Wands energy. Let's see what else is here. All right, I'm going to turn these cards over. These last 3, we have the 7 of Pentacles. This speaks of investments here, harvest. This has to start somewhere with a bare ground. Seeds are sown. They're nurtured, watered. The sun's here to make sure they're good. You possibly are standing by with your trimmer, making sure nobody touches it even, because you're very protective over this, because it took you a while to get here. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see what's above this 7 of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Swords reverse. Oh my God. And we have, okay, this might not be a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. We have the Knight of Pentacles here. I do, excuse me. I am aware. Excuse me. Let me get a sip of water, y'all, because something doesn't want to be said here by way of the ops. I do have 2 knights here. So something's coming in whether somebody likes it or not is what I'm seeing. So if one horse breaks down, they got another horse. They're going to get to the target. And this is like expediently with this Knight of Swords reverse. Now, the Knight of Swords, if I had to put a negative connotation on this card, it would be that they're not thinking, they're not being rational, they're just jumping on a horse and going. But for me, it could also mean that there's just a directive. They just have one place to go. It's like being a messenger. They got to get there and then done. That's it. There's no stopping at red lights. There's no stopping to get gas. Nothing. Like this energy, I feel like is determined to make sure that this Knight of Pentacles reaches you. So I'm looking at the Knight of Pentacles now being placed on top of this 7 of Pentacles. So it's like if somebody is, somebody's borrowing. It's a disguise though. There's some sort of disguise energy here, like here. My collective said that I could take this from their garden and give to you. This is deceit here. This is deceitful energy disguised as it's okay. You know what this also feels for me is that this is by way of this energy, this person, them being in denial, them telling others that it's okay. They said that I could, take this pentacle and, I can do whatever it is I want with it. But it's like who they're bringing it to is somebody who is possibly of this Hierophant energy here. So they're trying to deceive somebody. But for me, it threw me off because it felt good. Even though I saw the irrational energy here, the rush, like gotta get their emergency energy. And even I tried to possibly justify it visually only because I did see the Knight of Pentacles. So I said, well, that can't really be harmful. But then again, that's that deception. And that 7 of Pentacles, this is something that has been invested in, it has been grown. So for me, if it's them coming to take from this garden, which has been given to you, they feel like, they're responsible for this. They feel like they should be given credit for this action of this harvest manifesting for you. They feel like they should get a piece of that. Yeah. But I don't think that they've taken from your garden. Even though you're standing right there outside of it, watching it, you really don't, lose sight of your investment. I don't know if we're talking about physical property, money, like you keep an eye on your bank account, or you can see what's going on around you to where, you still got everything that you need, you think. But then this Knight of Wands energy just seems like it just kind of slips in. I'm hearing slip in the night. It slips in to take something. Yeah, I'm looking back at this Ace of Pentacles now. Y'all, when I said that energy of you owed them something, I said I didn't want to say that, but I'm feeling it hard over here. I'm feeling it heavy. They feel like they're owed something, y'all. So almost as if it's them trying to justify with this Hierophant energy, a God energy, saying, they said it was okay if I have this. Like, the Hierophant is the one who set this up. Like, how are you going to go around the Hierophant to present something that they've given somebody else and you've taken and asked them to bless it for you, and that, you got approval that it was okay that you have this? That's what I'm seeing here. Like, how does that even work, y'all? So even if I'm looking at the hand of this knight holding this pentacle, right? And you see you have similar here with the hand holding a pentacle and the ace, the bottom of the deck energy. So it's them wanting to take credit for something. So I would say, collective, look out for that. Look out for this person by way of this Knight of Wands, the one who basically made it hell for you, but brought you to where you are now. Look at them for wanting to come back with this Knight of Cups energy, saying that they made this possible for you. What is that, y'all? What is that? Because obviously you're getting something. And obviously it means that they're going to be able to take notice of this, and they're going to be a witness of this Ace of Pentacles that's coming in or is about to be here, whatever that is, being handed to you, lump sum, new opportunities, a new lifestyle, new zip code, new house, they're going to want and try to take credit for that. All right, y'all, this is bizarre, but we already know what we're dealing with. If you're still here watching this, you already know what this is, but that's that Five of Swords energy. You take a lick and you keep on ticking, but now it doesn't even affect you anymore. Like this craziness right here, that last little bit we just went through, that nonsense, like what sense does that make? That doesn't even faze you. And then here's also your reminder that, yeah, they're still going to always try to come at you, but at least you've reached that level to where it just kind of bounces right off of you. You're not affected. But I wish they knew this so they stopped looking like a clown. Anyway, y'all, I hope this helps.